My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 13th April 2021. The focus of our reflection: when the interior freedom is not there, the exterior freedom can easily become deviant and even pernicious. Freedom is one of the greatest assets of a human being, but today, more than ever, this freedom is misunderstood. It is wrongly equated with indulgence and pleasurability. Thus, very often, freedom becomes destructive. This is truly false freedom because it is not positive or productive. Further, instead of freeing the person, it only enslaves the person with subtle and unconscious bondages. It is this false freedom that enslaves many to greed and accumulation and leads many to gratify themselves in compromises and false values. In other words, the lack of inner freedom leads one to undue craving and attachment to money and material possessions. Detachment and true freedom go together. The apostles obtained, nurtured, and manifested this true freedom, the freedom of the Spirit. This is the productive freedom that makes the early Christian community to be deeply detached from worldly possessions. This is the altruistic freedom that shares generously with the needy. This is the constructive freedom that builds a community with one heart and mission. This is the transcending freedom that makes each of them a living testimony to the risen Lord. Selling off the properties in the spirit of detachment and distributing them in generosity are the hallmarks of true disciples of Christ and a true Christian community. This model of the early Christians and their community is really edifying, inspiring, and worth imitating. This is also a great challenge to many of the modern followers of Christ and the Christian communities which are far from these ideals. A good number are deeply engrossed in a suffocating spirit of greed and accumulation, deceit and manipulation. And now the direction and the directive for our life. Let us raise our level and perspective of thinking and living from the merely earthly and below to what is heavenly and above. Otherwise, we cannot enjoy the freedom of the joy and the power of the Spirit and the life of God.